Welcome. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of investment banking and its crucial role in facilitating global trade. Investment banks are not just about Wall Street deals or big mergers, they are the backbone of international commerce. By connecting businesses, providing financial expertise, and managing risks, investment banks help goods and services move smoothly across borders. In this video, we'll explore how these institutions make global trade possible, the tools they use, and why their work matters to economies everywhere. Let's start by understanding what investment banking really is and why it's so important for the world economy. Investment banking is a specialized segment of the banking industry that focuses on helping companies, governments, and other entities raise capital. Unlike regular banks, which deal with deposits and loans, investment banks provide services like underwriting, mergers and acquisitions, and advisory. Their expertise allows businesses to access the funds they need to grow, expand internationally, and take on new projects. This unique role positions investment banks as key players in the global financial system, bridging the gap between investors and those seeking capital. Global trade involves the exchange of goods and services across international borders. It's a complex network that connects producers, suppliers, and consumers from every corner of the world. For trade to flow smoothly, businesses need access to financing, risk management, and market expertise. This is where investment banks step in, providing the financial infrastructure and support necessary for international transactions. Without their involvement, many cross-border deals would be too risky or complicated to complete. One of the primary ways investment banks facilitate global trade is by helping companies raise capital. Whether a business wants to expand into new markets or invest in new technology, it often needs significant funding. Investment banks arrange for this capital through equity offerings, bond issuances, or syndicated loans. By connecting companies with investors worldwide, they ensure that businesses have the resources to grow and compete on a global scale. Underwriting is a core function of investment banks. When a company wants to issue new shares or bonds, the investment bank assesses the risks and determines the right price. They may even buy the securities themselves and resell them to investors. This process gives companies confidence that they'll raise the funds they need, while investors trust that the securities are fairly valued. Underwriting is essential for large-scale projects and international ventures, making global trade more secure and efficient. Investment banks play a pivotal role in mergers and acquisitions, especially when companies from different countries are involved. They provide advice on deal structures, help negotiate terms, and ensure regulatory compliance. By managing these complex transactions, investment banks enable businesses to expand internationally, enter new markets, and achieve greater scale. This in turn boosts global trade by creating stronger, more competitive companies. Beyond raising capital and underwriting, investment banks offer advisory services to companies engaged in global trade. They help businesses assess market opportunities, evaluate risks, and develop strategies for entering new regions. Their expertise in local regulations, economic trends, and industry dynamics is invaluable for companies looking to succeed internationally. With the right advice, businesses can avoid costly mistakes and make informed decisions that drive growth. Global trade comes with a host of risks, from currency fluctuations to political instability. Investment banks help companies manage these risks through financial instruments like derivatives, hedging strategies, and insurance products. By offering tailored solutions, they protect businesses from unexpected losses and ensure that international transactions go smoothly. This risk management function is vital for maintaining confidence in global trade. Trade finance is a specialized area where investment banks provide funding and guarantees for international transactions. This includes instruments like letters of credit, export financing, and supply chain finance. These tools ensure that exporters get paid and importers receive their goods, even when trading partners are thousands of miles apart. Trade finance bridges the trust gap between buyers and sellers, making cross-border commerce possible. Letter of credit is a guarantee from a bank that a seller will receive payment as long as certain conditions are met. Investment banks issue these letters to reduce the risk of non-payment in international trade. This gives exporters confidence to ship goods and importers assurance that they'll only pay when the terms are fulfilled. Letters of credit are a cornerstone of global trade, enabling transactions between unfamiliar parties. Investment banks help exporters and importers access the funds they need to complete transactions. Export financing provides upfront cash to sellers, while import financing allows buyers to pay over time. These services are especially important for small and medium-sized businesses that may not have large cash reserves. By offering flexible financing options, investment banks make it easier for companies to participate in global trade. Supply chain finance is another area where investment banks add value. By providing working capital to suppliers and buyers, they help keep the flow of goods moving. This is especially important in global trade, where delays or disruptions can have ripple effects across industries. Investment banks use their expertise to structure financing solutions that benefit all parties in the supply chain, ensuring stability and efficiency. International trade often involves dealing with multiple currencies. Investment banks offer currency exchange services to help businesses manage foreign exchange risks. By providing competitive rates and hedging options, they enable companies to lock in prices and avoid losses from currency fluctuations. This service is essential for companies operating in multiple countries and trading in different currencies. Making payments across borders can be complicated due to different banking systems and regulations. Investment banks streamline this process by offering secure and efficient payment solutions. They ensure that funds are transferred quickly and safely, reducing the risk of delays or errors. This reliability is crucial for businesses that rely on timely payments to maintain their operations and relationships with international partners. Investment banks provide valuable market intelligence and research to their clients. By analyzing global economic trends, industry developments, and regulatory changes, they help businesses make informed decisions about where and how to trade. This information gives companies a competitive edge and helps them navigate the complexities of international markets. Large infrastructure projects such as ports, highways, and energy facilities are essential for global trade. Investment banks finance these projects by raising capital and structuring complex deals. Their involvement ensures that critical infrastructure is built and maintained, supporting the movement of goods and services around the world. This, in turn, boosts economic growth and trade connectivity. Investment banks play a key role in opening up emerging markets to global trade. By providing access to capital, expertise, and risk management, they help businesses in developing countries participate in international commerce. This not only drives growth in those markets but also creates new opportunities for global investors and trading partners. Innovation is at the heart of global trade, and investment banks support this by funding new technologies and business models. They help startups and established companies alike raise the capital needed to develop innovative products and services. By backing innovation, investment banks drive competitiveness and efficiency in international markets. Sustainability is becoming increasingly important in global trade. Investment banks are leading the way by offering green finance solutions, such as funding for renewable energy projects and sustainable supply chains. These initiatives help businesses reduce their environmental impact while staying competitive in the global marketplace. Navigating international regulations can be a major challenge for businesses engaged in global trade. Investment banks provide guidance on compliance with local and international laws, helping companies avoid legal pitfalls. Their expertise ensures that transactions are conducted smoothly and in accordance with all relevant rules. The rise of digital technology is transforming investment banking and global trade. Online platforms, blockchain, and digital currencies are making transactions faster, more transparent, and more secure. Investment banks are at the forefront of this transformation, adopting new technologies to better serve their clients and facilitate international commerce. Let's look at a real-world example. When a country wants to build a new port to boost trade, investment banks step in to arrange financing. They bring together investors, structure the deal, and manage risks. This enables the project to move forward, creating jobs and increasing trade capacity. Such projects highlight the critical role investment banks play in supporting global commerce. Consider a merger between companies in different countries. Investment banks advise on the best way to structure the deal, handle regulatory issues, and secure financing. Their expertise ensures that the merger is successful and that the combined company can operate efficiently across borders. This not only benefits the companies involved but also strengthens global trade links. Imagine an exporter in Asia selling goods to a buyer in Europe. The exporter needs assurance of payment while the buyer wants to ensure the goods are shipped as promised. Investment banks provide a letter of credit guaranteeing payment upon delivery. This simple tool makes the transaction possible, demonstrating how investment banks facilitate global trade every day. Small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs) often face challenges in accessing global markets. Investment banks offer tailored financing, risk management, and advisory services to help these businesses grow internationally. By supporting SMEs, investment banks contribute to a more inclusive and dynamic global trade environment. Trust is essential for global trade, especially when dealing with unfamiliar partners. Investment banks act as trusted intermediaries, providing guarantees, verifying transactions, and ensuring that both sides fulfill their obligations. This trust-building role is fundamental to the smooth functioning of international commerce. Investment banks connect markets around the world by facilitating the flow of capital, information, and goods. Their global networks enable businesses to access new opportunities and investors to diversify their portfolios. This connectivity is a driving force behind the growth of international trade. Transparency is vital for building confidence in global trade. Investment banks enhance transparency by providing clear information about transactions, pricing, and risks. This openness helps businesses make better decisions and fosters trust among trading partners. Political instability can disrupt global trade. Investment banks help businesses manage political risk by offering insurance products, hedging strategies, and expert advice. Their support allows companies to navigate uncertain environments and continue trading with confidence. By facilitating global trade, investment banks contribute to economic growth worldwide. Their services help businesses expand, create jobs, and generate wealth. This positive impact extends beyond individual companies to entire economies, making investment banks key drivers of prosperity. The world of global trade is constantly evolving, with new challenges emerging all the time. Investment banks adapt by developing innovative solutions, staying ahead of regulatory changes, and investing in technology. Their agility ensures that businesses can continue to trade successfully, no matter what the future holds. Technology is reshaping investment banking and global trade. From digital platforms to artificial intelligence, new tools are making transactions faster and more efficient. Investment banks leverage these technologies to offer better services, reduce costs, and open up new possibilities for international commerce. With the rise of digital transactions, cybersecurity has become a top priority. Investment banks invest heavily in protecting their systems and client data from cyber threats. Their efforts ensure that global trade remains secure and that businesses can operate with confidence in the digital age. Investment banks often work closely with governments to support trade policies, infrastructure development, and economic growth. Their expertise and resources help shape the environment for global commerce, ensuring that businesses have the support they need to succeed internationally. Investment banks provide education and training to their clients, helping them understand the complexities of global trade. Through seminars, workshops, and online resources, they empower businesses to make smarter decisions and navigate international markets with confidence. Financial inclusion is about making financial services accessible to everyone, including underserved communities. Investment banks promote inclusion by developing products and services that cater to diverse clients, helping more people and businesses participate in global trade. Investment banks foster partnerships between companies, investors, and governments across borders. By building strong relationships, they create opportunities for collaboration and mutual growth. These partnerships are essential for expanding global trade and driving economic development. Responsible trade practices are increasingly important in today's world. Investment banks encourage ethical behavior by promoting transparency, compliance, and sustainability. Their influence helps shape a global trading system that benefits everyone, not just a select few. When global crises like pandemics or financial shocks occur, investment banks play a stabilizing role. They provide emergency financing, restructure debt, and support recovery efforts. Their actions help maintain the flow of trade and minimize the impact of disruptions on the global economy. Future of investment banking is bright, with new technologies and evolving markets creating exciting opportunities. As global trade continues to grow, investment banks will remain at the forefront, driving innovation and supporting businesses worldwide. Their adaptability and expertise will be key to navigating the challenges and opportunities ahead. Let's recap what we've covered. Investment banks are essential to global trade, providing capital, expertise, and risk management. They support businesses of all sizes, foster innovation, and help navigate complex international markets. Their work ensures that goods and services can move freely and efficiently around the world. You might wonder why investment banking and global trade matter to you. The answer is simple: they impact the products you buy, the jobs you have, and the economy you live in. By supporting global commerce, investment banks help create a more connected and prosperous world for everyone. As the world becomes more interconnected, the role of investment banks in global trade will only grow. They will continue to innovate, adapt, and support businesses in navigating the complexities of international commerce. The future promises even greater opportunities for collaboration and growth. Investment banking is much more than high finance and big deals. It's about enabling trade, supporting growth, and connecting the world. By understanding their role, we can better appreciate the complex web of relationships and services that make global commerce possible. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of investment banking and global trade. We hope you now have a clearer understanding of how these institutions shape the global economy and why their work is so vital. Stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world of finance and trade.